What's up, people of the world? Yeah, somehow I'm still alive. I know everyone's pretty disappointed. You'd love to see Austin LNX dead, forever in the grave, and trust me, so did I. So, this is disappointing to both of us, I guarantee you. Yeah, I'm alive. I don't know if I'll be making many videos anymore, but I did test positive for that fucking virus, that cold, so, the one that I was talking about last time, the last video I made over a year ago. I'm sure many of you thought that it did get me, and I also wish that, but a virus did not get me until now, because the reason I left was because, let's see, drug addiction, that's it. Yes, I was on perks, Vikes, morphine, whippets, alcohol, shit ton of weed, Valium, Xanax, Oxycontin, yeah, that kind of shit. I think I might actually make a series called Drug Review. That's a work in progress. I think I could make a much better title, but it would be the sequel to my beverage review series. Was that the only series I had where I reviewed shit? I think so. I think if I did come back and make any videos, it's gonna be a lot different because I feel like I've changed a lot as a person. I've been through a lot of shit in the past year. Some for the better, some for the worse. I can say that I'm a lot more confident with myself now than I've been in a very long time. I have appeared in some videos with some other people, but in terms of YouTube videos, I didn't really have the motivation. I was too busy getting fucking high all day, which was interesting. That's kind of why I want to make a series or just some showcase of videos. I'm very passionate about helping other people now, because I used to be the type of person that would look at someone with an addiction and think, wow, like, what a junkie, what a waste of life. And after I went through that myself, I realized that this is not something that can just be solved immediately. This is something that takes a lot of work, a lot of courage to get through. And I do believe it is a disease, just in the same way that eating disorder, people that eat a lot and can't stop. I used to be judgmental of a lot of people that had issues like that, but I think going through it yourself, you realize a lot of things, you understand where they're coming from, and I am going to college trying to become majoring in pharmaceutical sciences and counseling. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it, but I do want to be the type of person that can help people through their addictions, especially because it was a big thing for me, and I also know that if I were to have tried to get through it myself, I wouldn't have. And the support that I was getting, I also was met with a lot of backlash, a lot of people that I was very upset with at the time. I was pissed. But I understand that if you haven't been through it, you can't understand. You know, I was called a junkie, a pillhead, a zombie, so I'll never remember people anymore. I was a slave to the pills, I was killing myself, and I lost a lot of friendships that way. You know, it did hurt me at the time, but I also understand that these types of people don't understand, and the ones that did, I think that they should have been more open to the possibility that I was sick, and I wish that they would have been able to understand that at the time, but I know everyone's different in that respect. So if I do come back, I will probably make the occasional satirical joke video, but I really do want to make some content to maybe, even if I'm reaching one person, I just want to be able to tell my experience, because there are so many people that think that they're alone. And even though I knew I was hanging out with a community of people that thought just like me, and you know, it really is hard, and I really do understand, because I grew up believing that addiction can only affect people that have certain predispositions in life, like people that aren't very privileged, people that, you know, might be homeless or poor or going through something very traumatic, which was partly my story. You know, I use it as a numbing device to get through a lot of my issues. I'm not very inclined to making content anymore. I've moved past a lot of the edgy type of humor. And I feel like my purpose is a lot more than just making joke videos for like 20 people on the internet. But now let's talk about the title. Yes, I tested positive for SARS-CoV-2, I believe is what it's called. I didn't get the vaccine. I just lost like 80% of you, but I was scared because it was unapproved. It wasn't so much about the misinformation, but the fact it wasn't approved. It was for emergency use, and I had heard many people had side effects. I actually felt kind of good with it. Kind of tones down my ADHD. It's interesting. I'm alive, unfortunately. There were a few times where I was concerned I wouldn't be, but that's another story for another video. I'm sorry if this isn't what you were expecting. I'm not really into those types of jokes anymore. I have no clue what to say. I really wanted this to be like funny or something, but I guess not, so goodbye.